The tail of the tape at 185.
Very simple here, tail of the tape. You got a guy in Johnny Eblen, 8-0. He believes in himself. Travis Davis, he's the more experienced veteran. We'll see what he can do to bring that record with a 1.
A night that ends with the flyweight world title on the line begins as always with Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Bellator MMA from Mohegan Sun Arena, live on Showtime. We kick it off here at Bellator 262 with 3 5-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing the blue corner. At 6 foot, weighing in 186 pounds, making his Bellator debut, he brings 10 professional victories, 4 losses. By way of Upper Sandusky, he fights out of Columbus, Ohio, Travis Bam Bam Davis. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner. At 6'1", weighing in 186 pounds. As a professional, he's undefeated, 8 wins, no defeats. By way of Kansas City, Missouri, he fights out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Johnny Diamond Hands Eblen. And the referee in charge, Kevin McDonald.
Something to ponder. All of these young, huge prospect, undefeated fighters that finally stumbled. Always seem to do it, John, against a veteran who you weren't expecting.
Ready to fight?
With great jiu-jitsu.
Ready to fight? Let's go.
We're going to see right now, Johnny Eblen is coming out. He feels confident in this fight. But Travis has got very good stand-up, and he's got a good ground game.
You heard Coconut Creek, which means American top team. And the run they are on in Bellator is absurd. It continued in the prelims tonight. Syed Soma and Cody Law. Travis Davis says Johnny Eblen is a front runner, quick starter. He said he goes berserker when he gets you on the ground, which is not a bad description for what Johnny Eblen does.
No, that's a pretty accurate description. The one thing that Johnny's got in his back pocket, he is a good wrestler. He can always go to that wrestling technique when he wants.
University of Missouri's put some pretty good ones into MMA. You talked about Travis Davis, the fights that he has lost, even the fights he's won. He is a risk taker. So he's, again, high risk, high reward.
He is a risk taker. And when we talk about risk, he will go after a submission when he doesn't have that exact position that we would want you to be in to go for that type of submission, but he'll go for it. That's one of the things I really enjoy watching with him. He tries to finish fights, be it in the stand-up or on the ground. Oh, he just took a big shot.
He did.
You can see it hurt him. You see that little stumble with his foot? He got buzzed by it.
Eyes are wide open now.
You see him trying to parry that left hand of Johnny, parry it down so he can bring the right hand over the top.
This American top team thing it's building on each other. The success is building, and the guys that you are training with and the coaches, and confidence just grows. Each guy helps the other guy.
Well, success is contagious when you're around guys. Look at the guys that Johnny Eblen is training with. Every one of them undefeated right now in their career. He is every day going in the gym and getting better and better. So one thing that I love, what I see out of him, is he wants to learn new things all the time. That's what makes him a very dangerous fighter.
First attempt at a level change. No one that wrestles with Steve Mocco ever comes out of it without lacking confidence in their wrestling against anybody else. And this is what we're talking about.
And again, just before that takedown, Johnny landed a very solid left-right combination.
King Mo, a very familiar face, mask or not, to Bellator fans.
Mike Brown, one of the best that's ever done it, both inside the cage and then as a coach, unbelievable.
Takedown into the ride, to land a couple of shots. So this is where Johnny, he stays patient.
Well, one of the things that Johnny doesn't worry about is he'll tell you, I like when guys try to stand up. In fact, I'll let them stand up so they feel like they're getting somewhere, and then I just take them back down again just to take all that will away from them.
We had a really interesting conversation with Johnny Eblen the other day, and to call him a student of the game is an understatement. But he has literally chosen the top people in every and he's mentioned names to us like Canelo, like Raymond Daniels, like in every possible field there is. Like he wants to be as good as Raymond Daniels as this. There's got to be a danger in spreading yourself a little too thin. Ambition's good.
Oh, ambition is great. When you look and you say, I want to have the spinning techniques of a Raymond Daniels. Well, that's a good person to say, I want to emulate what they do.
Oh, that's a big shot.
Don't work on being the same because there's too many elements to the game.
Followed by the takedown.
This right, just look at the tenacious pace that Johnny is bringing right now. This is hard to deal with if you're Travis Davis.
It was only been finished once in 14 professional fights. You can see why, because he's taking some big shots here. Johnny Eblen getting him going in, coming out.
A lot of good work by both fighters, but Johnny's been controlling exactly where this fight's going to be fought.
Travis Davis has done some boxing. Undefeated, in fact. He's confident everywhere. He's in there with a different level of animal right now. Very impressive first round for the undefeated Johnny Eblen.
Lean right. How you feel? How you feel? Okay, so take a stop. There's a rush back there. Fight behind the jab. Change your stance.
Look at some of the replays right here. Eblen coming, nice left hook right over the top of the guard. Saw Travis going back, and then comes again with a straight right hand. That straight right hand has landed several times in this fight. There goes that left hand over the top. Johnny's been able to keep his head off of the center line when he's throwing, which has made it hard for Travis to counter. Beautiful right hand there, landing clean. Left hand right to the wrestling. That transition into the wrestling makes it difficult for Travis to stop everything. That's what you call being a smart fighter.
We talked about Mike Brown and Steve Mocco, and they are elite of the elite. I am not in any way surprised that King Mo has transitioned into this, because he was always such a cerebral fighter and student of the fight game.
King Mo he's a unique individual. First off, he was a great athlete, unbelievable wrestler, but as you said, incredibly intelligent and incredible fight IQ. That was a nice low kick by Travis Davis.
That put a little memory thought into the head of Johnny Eblen for the first time. This really had all the makings. Josh said during the prelims, he was exactly right. We were all on the same page. If any fight here is going to steal the show, this was going to be it.
Well, that's because we've all watched Travis fight, and we know how tough he is, and we know that he does not give in ever. And he creates situations that create a fun fight, something where action takes place.
I think he said that. I don't usually listen to Josh talking about it. He said that, right?
Something like that.
He's not going to survive with Jenna Lee.
Nice drop down. Great change of levels by Johnny. He's got his hands hooked on those legs. He should be able to get him up. See Travis trying to dig that underhook. Not enough.
Impossible to defend at this level.
Keep his head down. Shoot your hips out.
There you go. Let go.
Travis Davis, 34 years old, a late start because of his military service.
There you go.
And that's Johnny getting his head high right now. You get your head high on that position, now you can drive him down towards the canvas. Travis trying to use that fence as a balance point. Keeping that arm posted up. Look at where his right arm's at. That's what's going to give Johnny problems. He needs to take that away.
Don't grab it. Don't grab it.
Johnny Eblen, not even a thought of surrendering the position. Right? The guy gets up. You're exactly right. It's what he talked about with us. Let him up, take him back down.
And what you're seeing,
There you go.
you're seeing Travis trying to fight the hands, which is the right thing to do. You can't break the grip of Johnny, and if you can't break that grip, you're just going to go for a ride right back down to the canvas.
Johnny Eblen, like most great fighting careers, started as a younger brother with older brothers who beat the heck out of him.
Why is it that story is always the same?
It is, isn't it? It's right up there with the best camp of my life and my weight's on point.
And I've never been hurt. And this is what Johnny was talking about, just taking it, basically breaking someone's mentality in the fight. Letting him get up and then taking him right back down. Proving to him you cannot stop what I do.
Reach over the back pressure. Hips forward. Hips forward.
McDonald reminding him, there are a lot of guys who can reach over the fence.
There's some heavy shots Travis is taking there. He's got to be wary of. He keeps on looking to grab over the fence too.
Future at 185 in Bellator is looking better and better every day. There are some blue chippers on that list.
You saw right there, Johnny trying to pull him out through the cage, and it was actually the grab of the cage that kept Travis from going.
Overhand right, left got in. These are big shots.
That was set up by a big right elbow. This is what we're talking. You saw how Travis went for that guillotine. It wasn't in the position you want to go to give up that position, putting your back onto the canvas.
That was a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
This has been a game performance by Travis Davis, but he has been mauled here through 2 rounds. They always talk about the good news is you're on the big show, under the bright lights, on the main card. The bad news is that usually means you're facing somebody elite on the other side.
And you can see right now,
the numbers.
Davis has landed 13 of 34 compared to 61 of 92 for Johnny. Looks like Travis Davis got a cut on his forehead.
That is not Johnny's own that he's wearing.
Rocking, get him rocking, Travis. Hey, attack his base. Attack his base, Travis. Rocking back and forth. Yes, yes. Commit, hip out, hip
You
out.
can see Travis Davis is in shape because he has put out a lot of energy here. He just can't stop what Johnny Eblen is
20
doing.
seconds, Johnny. 20 seconds.
Travis Davis is thrilled to be here at Mohegan Sun this week in Bellator because he had to do that PFL
Elbows,
bubble.
Travis. Get some elbows.
Trapped in that thing for weeks and weeks.
Well, that's a couple-week bubble. That's not fun.
Feet on hips and elbows to the top of the head.
Neither is this for 10 minutes.
Clean break, guys.
I learned from the best. The 10-8 became a new toy. We talk about fighters with new toys. The 10-8 became a new toy, right, for judges.
We got a little bit too friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
Travis Davis is talking.
He's trying to land that counter shot. He's talking the whole time, but instead of talking, he needs to start throwing those hands just a little bit more.
Difference obviously at heavyweight and middleweight, but the strong wrestling followed with the MMA version of wrestling and the ground and pound.
Well, right now, I'm sure that Travis's corner told him, hey, we need to finish. So he's looking to land that big shot, but he should be looking just to land clean shots. Just don't worry about throwing big, heavy shots. Land clean shots that lead you to that big shot. Getting a lot of ones for each fighter.
And we've seen dominating a fight can sap your own energy.
Yeah, but you can, right now, as you're watching the fight, look at the diaphragm of Johnny Eblen. It is absolutely under control, no heavy breathing. He's in shape. He's feeling very good right now.
And that is there is a coldness that comes in his personality, efficiency.
Just right there with that takedown. Watch the way that he just pulls the ankle out. Little effort, doesn't burn a lot of energy in getting the takedown. Travis looking for the Kimura grip.
told us he's trying to become more mechanistic in his lifestyle, more scientific.
And again, Johnny going back to that gable grip that Travis has had so much trouble trying to break.
My goodness. Billy the Beck's got him set up for another one. Again, remember, Travis Davis held on to the cage in the first round of this fight.
Missouri Tigers are proud of that moment right there. Again, you saw Johnny setting up, his hips coming in. Whenever you're going to see that suplex, watch for the fighter's hips to come hip to hip against his opponent. Same thing, dragging the ankle out. Beautiful transition by Johnny. Why burn all that energy trying to pick him up? This just shows where Johnny is now becoming a smart fighter, which is only going to make him more dangerous in the cage.
Full marks here for Travis Davis. This has been a pretty good battery for 13 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
He's still hunting for it.
He's still going. That's what I love about him as a fighter. He's got no give and never settles. He's always looking to finish the fight. Just right now, he's in against a guy technically that can just control the position, land big shots, and make him work at a pace that's hard for him to sustain.
He's very verbal during the fight. He had a fight in his younger days where he was basically talking to the other coaches.
Minute 30, Johnny. Minute 30, Trav. You're doing good.
Johnny Eblen's talking has been a little different here for 14 minutes.
Johnny's been talking with the tape.
Yeah.
Minute and a half. Minute and a half, Trav. Minute and a half. Climb.
This just, this ride that you're seeing, Johnny, all this pressure, this is exhausting to have someone on you with their weight like that is. Now, he doesn't have a good position for that choke to work. It's on the chin, but it can be a crank, and it can definitely dislocate your jaw if he gets enough pressure on it. I don't believe he has his other hand fixed in a position where he can create that type of pressure. But don't think that because that's not under the chin that it cannot cause Travis Davis a problem.
He's flattened out for a second.
Johnny getting a little high. Right away gets his hip back. You see how he gets hips to hip? Just shows his wrestling prowess.
This was a relentless performance by Johnny Eblen. You know he wants one more.
Oh, he wanted one more. He was giving it everything he had.
You can see his brain moving towards it. And he didn't need it. This was dominant by Johnny Eblen. 5th ranked middleweight already in Bellator, and number 5 with a bullet. Michael C. Williams will make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we'll go to your 3 judges. At cage side, your first, Brian Miner, scores the fight 30-27, while judges Doug Crosby and Chris Lee both see it the same 30-26. All have it for the winner by unanimous decision, Johnny Diamond Heads Eblen.
9-0 and getting better, it seems. Every time out, Johnny Eblen keeps the roll going in Bellator for American Top Team, and he's with Big John McCarthy.
Johnny Eblen, that was a fantastic, dominant performance. You came out here looking to strike in the beginning, and then you went to your wrestling. Talk to me about what went through your mind as far as, I'm going to bring this to the ground.
My coaches, when I came back to the corner, told me not to brawl. So I took their advice, and I fought and wrestled smart.
Well, let's talk about your coaches there, because ATT has had a very good night tonight. You got guys like Mo Law and Mike Brown in your corner. What kind of confidence does that give you as a fighter?
Great confidence. They give me great advice, and I just listen to them. That's my job as a fighter, listen to my coaches.
There's multiple times in this fight you landed beautiful left hands. You hurt him a couple of times. You went to the suplex. You got a beautiful suplex. You tried to go back to it right at the end again to get it. Wasn't there. What was your feeling during this fight? Because he was talking to you the whole time.
Yeah, he was talking shit, saying, hey, let's brawl in the corner. I'm like, bro, that's stupid. That's why you're not where I'm at. You don't fight smart. You're trying to come out here and brawl. You can do that all you want, but you're not going to be a world champion like me.
Well, it sounds right as far as what I was looking at. You were fighting smart, technical. Who now? You are 9-0 in this cage. You don't have to worry about going back to ATT because all those guys that you train with that are undefeated, you still can train with them because you're still undefeated. But who do you want to fight next?
Honestly, I wouldn't mind going to someone else's territory and taking on them. I heard that we might be going overseas, so a top 10 guy, Charlie Ward. I'd love to share not the octagon, the Bellator cage with you.
Charlie Ward from SBG sounds like a good fight to me. That was a beautiful performance. Congratulations on a big win.
Send that contract. It's signed on my end already.
Sounds good to me. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Johnny Eblen.
Doesn't lack for confidence, and why should he? He is 9-0.